Good morning and welcome to Grief Relief Tips with me, Caffie. And this is Good Mourning, Mourning. Today, I would just like to share with you about the importance of reading the Psalms for grief relief. Remember, grief is the normal process of reacting to a loss, and this loss can be other than death. And relief is the removal or lightening of something oppressive, painful, or distressing. So today, I am reminded that a lot of my clients, they will ask me, is there a book that you recommend? And there's several books, but my favorite book that I recommend for people to read is the Book of the Psalms. I tell them to read the Book of the Psalm, the Psalter, or Psalms on a daily basis. For the Book of Psalms provide guidance for our emotions and for our emotions, if you will, and our feelings. They also teach doctrine, grace, and they show us how to cry out for mercy. Among all the books in the Bible, the book of the Psalms found in the Old Testament stands out to inspire, comfort, exhort, edify, and instruct in righteousness. I can't stress enough the importance of reading the Psalms. When I was in seminary working on my Master's of Divinity degree, that's a mouthful. Thank God I finished it. I took a class by Dr. Beth Tanner, who also wrote a book on the Psalms and commentary on the Psalms, which are powerful resources. Her class gave me a love for the Psalms. And I think a couple of years while I was in her class, while I was still in school, I only preached the Psalms because I got carried away with them. I would only preach them. I would study and preach them because I wanted to see people made whole from the Psalms. Israel Houghton, he takes the Psalms to a whole nother level in his worship songs. And he once stated that he couldn't wait to get to heaven. Well, I couldn't say can't wait to get to heaven, but when he gets to heaven, he's going to seek out David and thank him for writing the Psalms. But now, David wasn't the only person that wrote the Psalms, but I'll get to that in a second. Sight and Sound Theater did a remarkable job in telling the story of the psalmist in a live performance a few years ago. And then Bishop Jackie McCullough, I'm not sure if you follow her, but she preaches and teaches about the Psalms like no other. Listen, you want to read a psalm a day because the Psalms, the Psalter, deals with every emotion known to humankind. The psalm has many authors. In particular, some Psalms were written by David, some by the family of Asaph, the Levites given responsibility for music and song in the tabernacle. Korah, the ministers of music in the tabernacle during David's time, they wrote some. Solomon and Moses. So there were several authors, if you will, to get credit for writing the Psalms. Now, the Psalms are broken out into 5 sections or divisions, if you will. Psalms chapters 1 through 41 deals with the sovereignty of God, the Genesis, if you will. Psalms 42 to 72 deals with the redemption of God, Exodus. Psalms 73 to 89, chapter 73 to 89 deals with the sanctuary of God, Leviticus. Psalms 90 to 106 deals with the history of God, Numbers. And then finally, Psalms 107 to 150 deals with the word of God, Deuteronomy. So I love the Psalms because we are reminded of God's words. Psalms 56:3, whenever I am afraid, I will trust in you. Psalms 18:2, the Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. Psalms 18:28 in the NIV, my God turns my darkness into light. Psalms 23:4. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalms 27:1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Whom shall I be afraid? Psalms 27:13. I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Psalms 34:18 in the NRSV. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He saves those whose spirits have been crushed. So you're getting the point. The Lord shall preserve you from evil. Psalms 127:1. My point here is the Psalms, they deal with our emotions. And while you are grief stricken, read a Psalm a day. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video, and read a Psalm. God bless.